granniopteryx. She knows the truth, she's linking every link.
Hello, so there's been another flurry of excitement about 3I Atlas, which I'm going to talk about now, because of this picture taken by the Hubble telescope. It's a false colour picture, but it shows the jets coming out of 3I Atlas, as well as this anti-tail, which is not being forced away from this so-called comet, which we're calling a comet because we don't have any other word for it, but it's probably not a comet by the looks of things. Instead of the tail being forced away by the solar wind, that tail is going towards the sun. The idea is that these may be bigger pieces of whatever it is, and so are being attracted by the gravity of the sun as against being pushed back by the force of the solar wind. Now, just to refresh your memory, and because some people are still interested in the trajectory of 3I Atlas, I'm going to bring in a domestic object. This is a silicone mat, intended to help you not burn your countertop when you take a hot pan off the stove. And if you imagine this as the orbit of the planets, there's the sun in the middle, you see it's flat. Now, that's an oversimplification of the solar system, but in general, we can say, yes, most of the solar system is flat. That is, the orbits of the planets go around the sun more or less like these rings go around the centre of this silicone mat. And the interesting thing about 3I Atlas is that it came in here, wherever here is, it went past the sun here, and then it's going out there at the same plane of the ecliptic as the planets, which means if there were anyone standing on 3I Atlas, they would have got a grand tour of the solar system. It is now heading out to Jupiter, and the predicted path is that it will just slip past Jupiter using the, either by accident or design, using the gravity of Jupiter to shoot it out of the solar system. And that's where we're at now. We're waiting for it to get to Jupiter around March, I believe. But meanwhile, we have this interesting picture of 3I Atlas. And a lot of people have commented that those three jets that appear to be coming out of 3I Atlas are remarkably symmetrical, and reminds me something of this, which is the flag of the Isle of Man, in case you're interested. As you know, I have family connections with that island. And you wonder if maybe 3I Atlas is trying to tell us something about future prospects of the Isle of Man. What I'm waiting for is for 3I Atlas to go not out of the solar system. Wouldn't it be fun if it got to Jupiter and then, using the gravitational slingshot, came round and back again as a part of its grand tour of the solar system? Now, that would be rather fun, wouldn't it? Now, look here. I am the sort of person who, when they were going out to look, when they sent that satellite to look at what was at the time called Ultima Thule, the New Horizons spacecraft, and it took this picture of Ultima Thule, which turns out to have been what looks like two objects in the Kuiper belt that happened to have just collided and fused. Well, when they were heading towards it, and because they didn't have a clear picture and they didn't know quite what it was, I was sitting there desperately hoping that when they got there, they'd discover it was an abandoned spacecraft that had been left floating in outer space. Oh, I did want that to happen. And it turned out to be nothing more than a giant space ham. We're back to 3i Atlas. It's either 3 legs of the Isle of Man or a Mercedes sign or a technological thing of some sort, or just an ordinary rock that happens to have rather confusing chemistry. Right, that's it. That's the latest of about 3i Atlas. Yeah, if it did go round Jupiter and started heading back towards the inner solar system, yeah, that's